Cheers. That'll do. Hey, what's up, John? I was trying to check and see if Untapped is working. I've reinstalled that, and I can't actually tell. I've got it installed. So hopefully it's doing the thing. Yeah, I was looking to try to check it on my own channel. It's not letting me hover over anything. Which probably means I don't have it set up right. I think I'm going to go ahead and cycle this. Wait a minute. That was a swamp cycler. That's what I get for paying attention to. Worried about add-ons. It's okay, just draw a swamp naturally like a boss. It's weird to have to try to set all this stuff up again. Alright, so I have Untapped running as overlay 1. Do I have to have the Untapped GG companion for it? Maybe I do. That would kind of make sense. But the link doesn't go anywhere. Dude. In general, like the auto insurance. Let's play tech support with Semulin. I'm gonna find it. We're gonna fix it. After I finish my cheesy bread, of course. That's solid value. May as well let them counter this and then murder it and just kill them. If somebody wants to play counter spells unlimited, have fun, bud. That works too. They don't kill something here. I think I like holding up murder. Like, it's not incredibly likely they have a Wrath, but they might. Looks like they don't. Okay. Let's figure out how to set up a Twitch extension. To find an extension that fits your channel, please visit the extension's discovery page. If you're unsure what to do with an extension, learn more about extensions in Creator Camp. Untapped GG. Configure. Our chat bot will automatically join your channel. Okay, so that seems to be the issue. I don't have the Untapped app. And when I click to download it, nothing happens. I think that's the issue. Knowledge is power. Semulin. That's me. Set guides are here. Okay, download. I think that's what I want. Unleash your potential. Download for Windows. Let us know how you heard about Untapped Companion. I think they paid me to download it. I told them I'm really not sure. It's been 2 years, but I think you might have sponsored me. Okay, so did it download? Okay, I downloaded an installer. There we go. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had a thing for Storybook Brawl too, didn't they? All right, in general, there's a configure overlay thing. Language English, system startup, stable releases only, set up Twitch extension. Semulin is live. Semulin is not in a match. Enable stream delay. No, I don't need a stream delay. I think this should work. Let's see if it works on the next one. I remember initially I was using Deckmaster, but they kind of disappeared. I do want to have my dashboard still showing over here though. Looks all right. I don't remember that. But I think, I'm pretty sure Untapped. What does this do? Oh, that's cool. What a neat design. I'm pretty sure Untapped had a Storybook Brawl one and a Magic one, and that's why I used them. We probably just need to block something this turn. I would like to use all of my mana. This can't block, but it sort of blocks that and starts dealing them damage if I want to go that route. I think I like that. Because if they just snap kill it, I could play the Curiosity and get it back. And it does functionally block the rabbit. Don't know what that does. That's kind of cool. 3 mana more, draw a card sometimes. So that's a 2 free. Oh, and you can start farting out dudes with it. And it's got googly eyes. It's pretty cool. And reach. It's pretty good. Creeping Pepper. Oh, it's got an eye in its butt. So does it work now? Can you hover on a card? Thank you, John. Gentleman in a scholar. Have you tried just knowing all the cards? I think I'm gonna murder this thing. No more Secret Reach. Y'all are spoiled these days. Back in my day, we rammed our flying creatures into reach creatures, and we lost games because of it, and we liked it that way. You can use this to tap something, and then maybe block something. I like that. What's on this guy's head? We. Still think they missed the boat by not having flavor tags. Manifest Dread. Man, I got something like barely stuck in my teeth. I can't handle it at all. Plan was to vlog this. Like, I don't know what their face down card was. Don't really have a plan if it's something good. But plan was to buy us some time. The fact that they're so eager to trade means maybe I should have tapped that one. Probably didn't give that enough thought. It's not like I'm just going to draw an answer. I guess they've got two of them. But this one came from something better, didn't it? What's our plan here? I can play the Cultist and the Mask, or I can do the Intervention. Man, it's back to the old Morph game. I've got a high enough life total I can just ignore them, which is cool. I'm just going to default to mana efficiency. I don't love it. Sure. I got a 5/6 there, have they? Righto. Let's murder it. Are they playing in full control, I guess? Does this mode not have timers? Really weird. Flesh Burrower. When Flesh Burrower attacks another target creature you control, gains Death Touch. That's pretty good. Treats around every corner. Manifest Dread. When something pops up, get a basic land. That's pretty neat. So if I give it menace twice, I don't think that does anything. I don't really have great attacks because I'm just feeding something into that. I suppose I am drawing a card, but just play the flyer. Take the action. Do the thing. No attacks today. Maybe in a minute. Don't have to kill him, just bore him to death. Now I'm slightly cold and it's driving me crazy. Here. My jacket's upstairs. I gotta go all the way upstairs to get a jacket. Oh, goodness. Life is so hard. Lived the dream on Moto and drafted a couple $40 cards. I kind of want to try it again. The problem is it was just so laggy. I couldn't play it. Even on a fresh account. But I'm imagining it runs better now that Watsy's not running it. So my idea is if there's a set that I've learned, maybe on the weekends I can play Moto, and on the weekdays I can do best of one drafts on Arena if baby sleep. That kind of sounds reasonable to me for now. There's some other games I want to check out too. There's basically a mod for Dota 2 called Gladiators, I think it is. It used to be Skill Draft. They changed it to like Gladiators, and there's a bunch of games coming out that are similar to that. One of them is called Skill Legends Royale, and I'm kind of interested in trying that out at some point. I think they're supposed to release sometime later this month, so I might peek at that when it comes out too. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of other games on my radar. Let me go grab a jacket so I can have nothing to complain about. I've actually thought about playing that some too. I saw Charlie did a playthrough, and I might want to watch some of that. For a long time, I thought I was going to open a game store, and that was going to be my future. And we would do Magic and Warhammer, and it would be great. Bonjour. Oh, bon matin. Matin? Martin. I don't remember. Howdy. That's understood in both our countries. Matin. Matin. Do you know how to make $1 million opening a game store? It's really good. It's incredibly good. Ooh, lordy. I could have used that joke 20 years ago, but I'll take it now. My God. Stabbing Skullcraft. Target player mills 2 cards. Alright, cool, you got me. I suppose I probably need to be afraid of that. Like, if somebody's going to play this, they've obviously built around it. Hey, morning, Tim. And bronze? Nah. You sure about that, John? Hey, I'm playing in bronze. Wait a minute. Looks like they was having mana troubles anyway. Why didn't I play the cultist? I have no idea. I think I'm so confused as to why they're not attacking me with this that I can't quite wrap my brain around it. Because let me tell you, it is confusing me. $30. They just got land screwed. I mean, it's clearly optimal in a mill format, John. Have you played Magic before? I got an eyeball. What can I do with eyeballs? I can buy card styles, which are only good for like a week. Ooh, those are cool. Where I can save up and buy really creepy looking stuff. Are those two making out? Yeah, these all look really dumb. I don't want any of this stuff. I'll buy some sleeves so I can have some really ridiculous looking sleeves eventually. Recently played? Yeah, like 2 years ago. I've got Street Fighter sleeves, dude. So, checkmate, atheist. That probably is the best one, because it's how I started playing. One of the things that brought me back was I happened to look at my wrist and see the tattoo there, and I can remember right after I got it, I excitedly drove to my buddy's house so we could play Magic. It's like, I've been playing Magic for 30 years. It's okay to not be the best, and it's okay to let go of jealousy. I got in some really weird places mentally, and I'm still in some really weird places mentally. Probably will be for the rest of my life. But I can play a game and hang out with some friends. She's not ready for Frozen yet. Or, you know, she probably could handle it in small doses, but strangely, no, I haven't been watching a lot of Frozen, but I would bet you dollars to donuts that I will be. What do you do? How do I read the card? Oh, I just don't click. 2/2 Vigilance. When it attacks, you surveil. That's pretty cool. Well, I have seen it before, so it probably is where the concept came from. Well, I didn't think I was going to just murder it. It's got Ward something now. Ward 2? Dude, what? What is with these cards? Library for land, reveal it, put it in your hand. Lock or unlock a door of target room you control. So the real question here for us is, do I want to try to play the cultists and block it? Or do I want to try to play the Fear of Infinity and race it? And I think, like, they're not getting any benefit. They're getting the surveil. And they're pitching lands. Which means this is probably 2 lands at least. I think it's probably worth trying to block. Because this is also a truth detector. Like, you only attack if you've got a combat trick. And if they've got removal, they're using it. They're priced in. What's up, Marty? That's going to deal 4. No? Oh, non-combat damage. Don't we all, though? Righto. I feel like you might have taken the wrong one. Well, now I did the wrong one because I didn't read my own card. That's embarrassing. Is this an instant? It is. Neat. It's a pretty good card. I like it. Yeah, I'm glad we killed it. They didn't have to spend the mana on it, though, which kind of sucks. I'm only going to regret that if they have a reach creature, but it's not like green and white's going to have a reach creature, you know? That one gains you 2 life, I think. Kind of a gross sound that thing made. And people really like this card, huh? Most valuable Slayer. I get it. Is it though? But it's MVS. So we can lock it under there. We just never really get our bro back. Also do that and then look to try to block it eventually. Hey, what's up, Tommy? That's the twist that creates humor. Okay, I get it. So there's no clock, but I do have a time extension. Okay. I'm trying to decide if it's better to just clump that and try to block it when I draw a land. Because if I'm going to do that, I can attack. Yeah, I think that's actually the problem. Are they going to kill me next turn? 4 and 6 is 10, 12. They won't kill me, but I do need to block with this thing. I'm kind of banking on drawing a murder or a land, but I have murders and lands in the deck, so I don't see why it's not okay to bank on that. I'm not really sure why they didn't attack with the 6/5. I'm like incredibly confused about that. Yeah, that was my plan. You would have drawn. I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm getting somewhat elegant rotunda myself. That doesn't look so good. It's not lethal, but I don't reckon I'm going to lethal them back. So the question is, are we chumping? If I chump, then what's our plan for next turn? Play the Snatcher, take 6. And I'm still sort of doing something with the land. So let's see if we can get a land or a murder. I think I get to keep playing with a land or a murder. What is that sound that keeps happening? That one. It's loud and I don't like it. Well, there's the land we needed. So I'm at 8, and we're taking more than 8. Right. Don't think that one's going to work out. All right, let me grab a drink. We'll do another one. I think we were in that game for a while, despite them drawing like 5 cards. Which I'd say is not too shabby. Creatures can attack your opponent or their planeswalkers. When you click a creature to attack with it, click the planeswalker opponent to decide what they're attacking. Good tip. This game looks cool. I don't know, man. I'm still trying to make up my mind. It's a lot to read, but this game does seem to be about reading a novel while you're trying to play a game. So it's got that going for it. That's an alright startup. Dave did that one a couple days ago, Tommy. My apologies. Is that a pet rock? I want one. I'm happy I don't have to play, but I get to watch. What's that? Wow, that's really good. That's incredibly good. Kind of wrecks my whole plan now. All right, if that's the case, we're going to need to swamp cycle. Well, swamp cycling doesn't even help me, does it? Because we can't do a fear of falling. I don't think jamming this into a 1/1, even if it's a flyer, is going to help. So I think we're going to play the 2-drop impasse here. No, it doesn't. There's not another game that hits the same way. Some of the auto battlers did. I guess Storybook Brawl did. I miss Storybook Brawl a lot. Enchantment? Oh, but see, I knew they were going to kill it. There's so many words on this. Holy carp. Okay, you guys are right. It does let me cast it. But seriously? I'm happy for you. Or I'm sad that happened. Well, well, well. If it isn't one of the better Iron Maiden songs. I don't know if it's okay for me to say this. Because I really like you. Galaxy was almost it for me. It's really close. I think you did a lot of things right in that game, and I'm impressed with what y'all have made. Do you want to make it a 0-2 and save the murder? I think I might. Let's do that. What have we here? I say if they actually get delirium going, this thing's really annoying. I think I'm just going to go ahead and kill it and take a little bit less damage. There is discard, and I'm holding this because it would be nice for the delirium. I think I'm going to flash the Drowner in and get the Cheerleader, but we'll see what they have. 2-3 reach, eh? It's a little annoying. I can just block that, though. So maybe I don't need to worry about it. Man, the swamp looks cool as heck. What set is that from? Infinity. So I'm definitely killing that. Do I need to use the Drowner first? Not really. What is that attack for? I like space. Does this do something? I don't understand. Maybe they just want to get stuff in the graveyard? Okay, so that does have to tap. Let's just go ahead and kill it now so I don't have to worry about it. They were looking to get Delirium going, I guess, by getting that enchantment in the graveyard. What these new designers are those kids in English that wrote 20-page essays for the 4-page assignment. What's wrong with Marvel? Game's a snap. It's okay for other people to like things, Mr. Winter. What's your plan? Trade this for the ghost? I'm pretty good with that. I'm trying to think if there's an IP I dislike enough that I'd be mad if they brought it into a video game, and I just don't think there is. But maybe I don't hate anything as much as you hate superheroes. Says vigilance, doesn't it? Yeah. Teletubbies? Nothing wrong with Teletubbies. That draws me a bunch of cards. I like that. Let's not deal with these for a while. Scientology? Okay, fair enough. I do dislike religion. So Magic X any religion would piss me off. That would be fun. I'd be down for that. You gotta get that many to get your gems back, eh? Final Fantasy, the original one, I think is the last role-playing game I truly enjoyed. That's not fair. Warriors of the Eternal Sun was pretty good. Pools of Radiance was pretty good. And I played all of those after. But that style of game just doesn't exist anymore. I want to create everyone in the party. Don't want pre-generated characters that I have to move into my party. It's a bit slow. Dude, I remember this bat. The thing was annoying. And it's here to get me again. What do you do? Nothing. But these are all like, I don't know, secret layers or something, right? Like, we're not actually getting a Marvel set. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get to play the Lord of the Rings set. Really? Wow, that's cool as heck. Dude, really? All right. I'm so used to all the cool Universe Beyond stuff they do being like, it's a commander set, it's a secret layer. And I'm like, wait a minute, I get to play it? I can see why you're upset about it now, though. If you really hate superheroes and there's going to be a superhero draft set and that's what everybody's playing for 4 weeks. Yeah, but like sets are only out for a few days now. So at least you don't have to worry about that. It's awkward to not get to use all my mana, but I'm not going to play the 5 cost just to use up mana. Like, this is better for them to counter and then I'll get it back and play it again. I don't know that it's truly annoying enough to murder, but I'm feeling pretty confident with a draw 3 in my hand. Like, we'll discard a land. We don't draw a land. Neat. We drew some better stuff. I was thinking about using this to draw a card. I could also drown her into it, but that's a pretty reasonable trade for us. Put him on chump block duty. So in the Death Race set, the only art we have so far is Ugin riding a monster truck. This says tennis concept art. I assumed you meant the amazing movie Death Race. Because, like, I can only imagine we're getting a Universes Beyond Death Race at some point. What's up, Boros? I figured I'd stream since Coco's asleep. Are you serious? There's a Death Race set? This just gets... The news keeps getting better and better. Doing good, Boros. I hope you are too. They're calling it Death Race? So it's not actually the movie Death Race. I thought you couldn't go to planes anymore because of something that happened. Or did we go back in time and reverse that too? I can't try to pretend I care about Magic's story. It hurts too much. There's portals that pop up randomly now, so anyone can go anywhere. Okay. So they don't care about Magic's story either. Got it. Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty busy. Okay, yeah, you've had a busy time. You've had a pretty busy time. Sin family is good for us. I don't know. Being a parent's amazing and challenging. The family's great. We're happy, we're healthy. That's really all one could ask for. I didn't even realize this was going to interact with the lifelink until it literally happened, but I gotta say, it's nice. Who'd you donate a kidney to? Is it a family member or rando? Brother-in-law? That's impressive, dude. I'm gonna just force 4 damage with this. I kind of do, because that's half their life total. Well, it would have been if they weren't such a jerk. That might have been a better way to force it, was just move that. But with the unable to scream, I feel like I can handle just about anything that comes my way. And this has no abilities now, right? Until they reanimate me and kill me, reanimate it and kill me with it. You got to land for that thing. You're dead. My enduring tenacity did the work. Thank you, Borderland Minotaur. Best magic card ever created. Yeah, I've been feeling some stuff, man. Like, the family's good, but like randomly started crying this morning. I read some about like depression that caregivers can get, and it was talking about how frequently when someone's looking after a child and they're experiencing depression, it's hormonal. I was like, dude, our society is so misogynistic. Not that dudes don't have hormones, but they were explaining that if you're taking care of someone elderly, there's a lot of reasons you could be feeling depressed. But if you're taking care of a child, it's probably hormonal. And I was like, wow. You do sometimes just need a good cry, but like it's nice to kind of know why. And in this case, I didn't. All right, let's do another one. Maybe win a draft. That'd be cool. I do kind of want to try MTGO again and see if they fixed some of the issues I had with it. Maybe that can be something we try. Actually, there's a lot of reasons I could try it this weekend. I'll give that some thinking. So Creeper could potentially ramp me to Curiosity. Yeah, that's a strong enough reason to just play it. Well, I recently learned about a condition called alexithymia, and that kind of explains a lot about me. Huh. Is this dude an enchantment too? No, he's just a rat ninja wizard. That's a mouthful. But I guess sometimes you're a rat ninja wizard. Alexithymia is when you feel things and don't know what you're feeling. And I think that happens to me a lot. I think they were trying to use that mana to feed the shark. That's the one. That's the one, Alexithymia.
Jalokivi tulostin menee. Brrr.
Thank you for the bit, Smarty. Oh, you want to block now, do you? I'll allow it. Do you experience that too? Does anyone in chat experience that too? I have mentioned this before, but I strongly suspect that I might be a neurodivergent individual. And that apparently happens some amongst neurodivergent individuals. You will experience an emotion and be unable to accurately explain it or really even understand what it is that you feel. Yeah, fair enough. Did I play a swamp? I think I played a swamp. I hope I played a swamp. If I didn't, I'm a little frustrated. Something I found that I would like to see. I read, okay, two things. I read something that blew my mind, and it was that neurodivergents will participate in a hobby that they don't enjoy for the esteem of participating in the hobby. And I still can't quite wrap my head around that. Which made me be like, there should be, not neurodivergents, neurotypicals. There should be a YouTube channel where someone who's neurotypical just explains things. Like, here's what I do and why I do it. That was a similar experience for me. Do I want to tap that and draw a card? I've kind of got enough cards. If they want to make the trade, I think I want to let them. You think NTs know why they do things? They do these things because they feel normal? I don't know, man. I don't think I figured out stuff now. I was gonna say, I don't think I got anything figured out until I was in my 40s, and I was like, but I'll probably think that again in another decade. I generally define adult as someone over the age of 24. Because I think that's when you're done with the jelly brain. Not that you can't be smart or cool or whatever prior to 24, just that That's when you get kind of stupid and can't learn stuff. That's kind of how I felt too most of my life, Tommy. My wife was confused when I said I don't have an inner monologue that's on par with hers. She can debate random outcomes with herself for things that have not happened yet. Yeah, so this got me too, Marty. There's a lot of different ways you can think. So for me, I hear a voice in my head. That's how I think. There's people that think in pictures, and there's other people who actually see words. They don't hear the words, they see them in their brain. I don't know that maybe I don't know what that has to do with, but it's just not hearing the voices would feel really weird to me. Well, that's like there's a word for that. I used to know what it was, but now I don't. Synesthesia? Something like that. But I've often felt like I didn't properly transition into an adult. Oh, is that the end of the draft? All done. Job's done. All of the Skittles taste the same. That was another mind blower for me that I just didn't really know about. Have a voice and pictures. I mean, I can get pictures sometimes, but usually it's just the voice. Eidetic memory? I'm not sure about that one. I'm thinking I might call it here. Eidetic memory is where you just remember everything, right? That sounds exhausting. And we can probably do at least another draft. I don't know why I feel compelled to want to finish the draft after I've drafted, but... Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool, Tommy. And exhausting. Good to see you again, Magistrate. So can you, like, not forget things? That seems horrible. Let's draft. Okay. But this is why you remember what magic cards do. Alright, split up. Destroy all tapped creatures, destroy all untapped creatures. That seems pretty good. Battlefield, you may draw a card. You may discard a card and then draw. I like that. Not taking it. Alright, that's cool too. That's too expensive. Don't think any of the rest of this is stuff I need to worry about, so I can look at chat again. Oh, huh, I can usually do that too. I can get back to something the same way I've gone there. I can't go a different way. Destroy target creature. If a creature card is put in the graveyard this way, return it to the battlefield under your control. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. I mean, it's still 3 mana kill the thing. It's a sorcery speed murder. And you get any enter the battlefield effects that would come with it. I suspect I'm going to want that. But let's look about a minute. This guy was good. And I didn't properly use it the last time I drafted it. I'm going to end up drafting black a lot because people won't take murder. Inferno I thought was good. Yeah, a lot of this seems fine, but I'll just take this. Stick Twister's a bomb level uncommon. Okay. Probably should have taken it. I like the rats. What do you do? Balloon Man. Create a token that's a copy of another creature you control, except it's a 1/1. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Activate as a sorcery. Okay, so I can copy stuff. So ideally, I'd copy stuff with ETBs with this. That seems pretty good to me. And we get to hear that sound. It's pretty good. It does kind of look like white's drying up, though. This thing was okay-ish. Okay, so 5 mana, 2/7, draw some cards if you can attack. The fly seems pretty good. Seems not great. Yeah, I feel like this is just fly. Yeah, I'm being careful. I'm just noting I haven't seen white cards. That doesn't mean we're not white. It wouldn't take much to get me back in it because I'd like to play a Wrath. It was good to see you, Boros. Have a good one, bud. The flexibility on that's really cool. Whenever you attack creatures you control, I mean, that's pretty good. It's a 5-drop. Like, how many of those do you need? I like the Tunnel Surveyor, too. This thing seems pretty good. I probably should take the uncommon. Has the cost of draft changed? I have no idea. I haven't really even looked at it. Okay, I looked at that and was like, no. Tap 1 target creature. If an opponent controls that creature, put a stun counter on it. It's kind of weird. I think I'm going to take the Razor Gorge Trap. Razor Trap Gorge. My brain just kind of moved those for me. That was nice. Let's have some flexibility and decide what we're doing here. All right. When Mama Vrindle's Grimoire enters, if you cast it, draw 5 cards. You have a maximum hand size and don't lose the game for having less life. When you gain life, draw cards. When you lose life, discard cards. Okay. I kind of liked Winter's Invention and this. That's value. So do I want to take a greenhouse or one of these? Let's take a greenhouse. See where this might go. Is any of this something I have to take? Okay, so it's 1 mana, kill something. All right. Maybe we're going to be green base and play everything? I don't know yet. That Friendly Ghost has wrecked me over and over and over. Which means it's probably pretty good. Eerie Apparition. I've seen this one and it was mediocre. We might just be blue-white, eh? Counter target creature or enchantment spell. Return 1 or 2 target creatures you own to your hand. I mean, I'm probably not going to get to do this. Cloning the Friendly Ghost. It is indeed the start of value, isn't it? So we could maybe try to splash that. I'm starting to think about something like that. So this is mostly a removal spell, right? X damage to each of up to X target creatures. So that's like a complicated earthquake. So what do I need to do? 5 mana to deal 2 damage to 2 things. Now that I think about it, that kind of seems all right. It looks like it's maybe okay even if you can't. What if we were doing something like this? Why do I want to play blue? Oh, I don't. So what if we were doing something like this? Exile, target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. That seems pretty good. Tenacity we played with. Return one target creature, so it's an unsummon. That's not terrible. Jump scare. I think I like the exercise. Can't block. When a creature you control comes blocked, you may exile it. You may play that card from exile. Dude, that's weird. You could really start blinking your stuff. Do I want to do that and just take every... No, I want to take the exercise. Oh, it'd be so cool with the Balloon Man, though. I wish I had 5 more minutes to think about that. What do you do? I don't care. You're too many colors. Must be blocked. It's not bad. Dies. Look at the top 5 cards. Going into exile doesn't count as dying, does it? I don't have any 2-drops. I need to take 2 drops. And there's nothing here that I feel like I have to take. So I'm just going to take a 2-drop. This looks like an actively good 2-drop. Let's take that. Unless this one's better. So this one is Vigilance and it attacks. I get to Surveil. So that could help with Delirium if I hit it on time. And this is kind of like at a board stall. We can do something. That thing looks okay too. I think the Surveillance is like just barely better. Man, this is a tough one, right? And Restricted Orifice was just big stuff. Yeah. So like there's an argument to take that. Trapped in the Screen is obviously good, and Terramorphic Expanse would be very, very good for this deck. I kind of want the Restricted Orifice. So I'm going to take it. Victory Clown. Control. No, we don't want that. I mean, we may have to take it, but... I don't think there's anything blue I'd want to splash. Yeah, I was thinking I might take that. I don't know that we'll play it, though. Blocked. That damage and mill that many cards. It's an interesting one, but I don't think it's for us. Seize from Slumber would be quite good. Let's just take that. I can find something to kill them with. I don't think I'm actually going to be able to play the Chandelier. But I could. Let's keep it in there as a thought experiment for now. If we were going to splash blue, splashing it for some card draw would be pretty nice for this deck because it doesn't have any. But I think I'm just going to take another one of these 2-drops and we'll have plenty of them. Yeah, there's another pack. I can take Keys to the House, have it for a splash and Delirium. That seems okay too. Not great, but okay. Norin came back. Yeah, that's fair. We could just switch into another color too. That's sort of playable. Got the clown anyway. and this. Does that mean we just are basically blue-white splashing? Because this is easy to splash, that's easy to splash. I don't need that. So is this just what we're doing? I don't think I need 2 of these, right? I mean, in the same way that the old one that had the picture was. The problem is, what else do I need from here? And I don't think there actually is anything. So I think in any other pack, I wouldn't have taken it, but I just don't need that. Do we want Friendly Ghost to kill him or Siege from Slumber? Sensory Deprivation, thank you. I have to take the Friendly Ghost. I think we've about got a deck here. I don't think it needs this Chandelier, which makes me sad, but here we are. Creature spells have Convoke, untap each creature you control during... No, we don't need that. Tap a creature, doesn't untap, shuffle enchanted creature into its library, then manifest Dread. So that's a removal spell, but so is this, and this gets anything. What do you do? Nothing. This is good value. Sensory Deprivation's not old enough to play. Well, maybe it is actually. I would like 1 Terramorphic Expanse, please. Yeah, Twins would be decent for that. Man, a control magic, even if it gets -3/-0, is probably still pretty good, isn't it? That's weird. Not very good. Let's take a Twins, see what it does. I think Tommy's got a point. But having the Ghosts and the Twins means there's certainly enough to copy with the Balloon Man. We probably need the Escort, because like that's not coming out on time. I think I'd rather have the second Glimmer Burst. I can probably find 1 more dude. That's basically 1 more dude. This might be better than something expensive I've got in here. Okay. We can build a deck out of this. That's not very good. It's not really either. I didn't notice that part. What do you do? I've got a couple enchantments. That might do something. Dude, there's another removal spell for us. All right. I guess we're just going to play all the removal spells. I'm good with that. Right, let's make a deck. This looks stupid. How do I fix it? There we are. I wish it... Huh. I wish it would auto-sort the cards, but it doesn't. I mean, that is kind of a 3-drop. Does that tell me how many creatures are in it? 13. Terminates and ham sandwiches? Yeah, kinda. I feel like I've got too many 2-drops now. I just like this guy's stat line. It's not like we're manifesting dread that much, right? Yeah, I think the analyst can go. I think I'm okay playing 16 lands with the keys to the house. So I need 2 more cuts. If I'm going to play 16 lands, I can cut a Glimmer Burst. Well, there's not really any mana sinks in this deck, are there? So maybe what I want to do is play 17 lands in both Glimmer Bursts. I don't need that. I'm going to need blockers more than anything else, so that can go. These are the things I can copy with the Balloon Man that are pretty good. Analyst is more powerful than the majority of the mythics in this set if you encounter it early. Fair enough, and we didn't. I don't need this. So I could run this, or I could just cut another spell. I feel like I could cut the Roller Crusher or one of the restricted orifices. What does Lecture Hall do? Nothing. Okay, so I'm going to play 3 Wraths. I think I like 3 Wraths. Got that. So 1 Mountain gives me functionally all I need. They're a really dumb looking mountain. It's important to me for some reason. Yeah, one of the first ones that was ever on Arena. The wonderful set of Ixalan. Alright, so that gives me 3 red sources for these 2, both of which are pretty late, which seems fine to me, especially considering I've got 2 card draw spells, which is half a source. So from there we want to go like just barely heavier white. And then 8 islands. That looks pretty good to me. I found a way to tilt people even more than playing just different lands. Have one of them be all the same, and then the other one not be. We do need sleeves. And I was just talking about my cool Street Fighter sleeves. So you're going to have to use cool Street Fighter sleeves. All right, now can anybody guess from here what you do to play the game? In current year? Is it deck details? You would think? Nope. Back arrow. Oh, it is. I assumed that the arrow and deck details were the same thing. I didn't know it was a back arrow. I just knew it was an arrow next to deck details. Now I know. Thank you, Dave. It was incredibly helpful. All right, I'm going to call it here. We're going to go have some lunch with some family. I may be able to sneak in a longer stream tomorrow, and maybe even this afternoon. We'll see what happens. But for now, we're going to call it. Standard mobile UI thing. Okay. I still don't play a lot of mobile games. I've been playing some Marvel Snap, and I understand why John doesn't like it now if he hates superheroes, but it's actually pretty good for a quick game. I like that part.